Hey everybody, welcome to Lee Play. My name is Lee, and I'm here to say thank you so much for 400 subscribers, man. 400. It's been such a long, arduous, slow journey from 300 to 400, but we finally made it. We finally made it. We're finally here. Thank you guys so much for every little thing you've done to support me, whether it's been watching the videos, watching the streams, liking them, commenting, chatting with me during the streams, everything, sharing the channel and the streams and videos with people. For a small channel like mine, every little thing makes such a big difference. So thank you so much, so much. I want to give you all a little bit of an update on how things have been going. I'm still working on relocalizing Mother 2. However, that has taken a break while I translate Ape's official Mother 2 guide into English for the first time ever. I'm working with Jacob Newcomb, who's a translator who works with Did You Know Gaming a lot, and we're really doing great work on the guide. I think the guide is like about 170 pages long, and we're on page like 136, I think. So it's coming. It's getting close. So essentially, what was going on was I was working on the game and working on the guide with him at the same time, and I would do stuff. I would change stuff in the game, and then so essentially I don't know Japanese, so I'm using AI translations, and then like double checking those with other sources, making sure they're accurate. If anything seems sus, I'm triple, quadruple checking everything, making sure it's actually sensible and is accurate. And because I don't know Japanese, but so I was going through the game with that process, and then I started working on the guide with Jacob, and was learning that some of the stuff I had changed wasn't entirely accurate, but it was close. So learning through that process has helped me to improve things in the game. But what I was doing was I was changing stuff in the game, learning, learning stuff from the guide translation process, and then going back and fixing that stuff in the game. So instead of working twice in game, guide, and then fixing game, I decided let's just wait on the game for now. I'll finish translating the guide with Jacob, and then I'll use all of the info and knowledge I gained from that process to then apply to the game and make that a lot better. And the reason we're doing the guide is because there's a lot of unique and exclusive narrative information for Mother 2 that is not revealed in game, and it's only revealed in that guidebook. So it was intended as a companion piece to the game in Japan, and we never got it out here. So we're translating that into English for the first time ever, and I'm learning a lot of really cool info, and I'm going to be sharing out with y'all like when the guide and the game are done. It's going to be released all at the same time, because the guide is also going to double as a guidebook to my localization with all of the relocalized names in there. Because if people try to play my localization with some other Earthbound guide or Mother 2 guide online, names of everything are going to be completely different. It's going to be hard for them to follow. So I'm going to be releasing the translated and localized guide when my localization of Mother 2 comes out. But yeah, so that book is getting near completion. I've done a lot of work on the game already, though. Lots of graphical stuff has been updated and changed to reflect newly localized names and new, better localization choices and stuff. And not to disrespect Earthbound too much, but it did leave a lot to be desired on the accuracy to Itoi's original intent kind of front, which is why I'm doing this. And so Earthbound did a good job, but I want to do an even better one. And so it's going to take a lot of work, but already I'm so excited about the stuff I've been able to do. Some ideas and some realizations I've had and localization choices I've made. I'm surprising myself, with how good and brilliant they are. Not to toot my own horn, but it's stuff that if someone else had done it and I saw it, I'd be like, oh my god, that's genius! What the fuck? And I'm coming up with it, and I'm surprising myself. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I thought of that. That's so great, And so it's really exciting. I'm loving the work that I'm doing so far, and I can't wait to keep working on it more. Unfortunately, this whole thing has been taking way longer than I ever thought it would because of my day job, working full time, on top of balancing everything else in my life. I've been just falling behind on so much stuff, and the guide and game localization have been a part of that. So it's been taking a lot longer than expected because of that, and also because the whole thing has required a lot more work than I anticipated it would. I initially was just going to be like relocalizing stuff I felt was important, and then the more I dug into it, the more I realized it's all really important. So I'm essentially going to be completely retranslating the whole game and localizing everything in a way that's more accurate to Itoi's initial intent than Earthbound was managed to do. And for historical context, Earthbound's localization is really excellent for industry standards. Industry standards for localization are really pretty poor, to be honest. As long as it makes sense in English, like, they're happy with that. But for stuff like Itoi's work, which is extremely nuanced and layered with subtleties and little connections and so many little things, if things are not translated and localized exactly right with exactly the right word choice, it's getting across a different tone and different meaning than he wanted, and that ends up getting a lot of little connections and narrative hints lost in translation. So that's why this matters. That's why I'm being so meticulous about it, and that's why it's going to be so great when it comes out. So that's what's going on with Mother 2. As far as the channel goes, thank you and welcome to the new subscribers. I've gained a few from those 3 music uploads that I popped up on the channel the other day. 3 is my favorite band of all time, and those connecting tracks had never really been uploaded on YouTube. And if there was one that had been, the one from, it was The Word is Born of Flame and The End Has Begun, and there are a couple of uploads of that, but both of them have problems and errors. So I wanted to make a definitive upload of that, but the other 2 are fresh and have never been made before. So I just wanted to pop those up on my channel, and it's brought in some new subs, which is great. So thank you guys and welcome. And for streaming, I'm currently basically the next big playthrough is going to be Pokemon Stadium, but I'm waiting on some new channel art to come through before I can start that. It's nothing huge, but just some nice subtle changes. It'll be a nice improvement. But I really do not feel comfortable starting another big series until that's ready. So in the meantime, I've just been playing some old SNK and Capcom arcade games, which has been really fun. I'm playing through Volgus for my first time, which is Capcom's very first arcade game ever, and it's really cool, it's really fun. I got very close to beating it in last night's stream, so I think the next stream I'll probably get it. But yeah, man, if y'all haven't checked out the channel playlists, check them out, because I've got a lot of great content up. I've played a lot of games in the last 3 years and done a lot of really crazy, difficult, like insane challenges. A few months ago, I was the first person anywhere online to ever like upload a video of myself beating the SNK arcade game Sasuke vs. Commander completely without any cheats, like no save states, no extra lives, no like, giving myself more lives than what is default, no rewind feature, nothing. And it was a hellish journey, but I fucking did it. I was the first to ever do it, at least the first to do it and upload video of it. So that was really exciting. And then I played through Pokemon Yellow with my buddy Dalton, and we did a lot of really cool, unique, new stuff with that I'd never seen anyone else do in a Pokemon playthrough before. Like, I would have him pop over unannounced to me, even to surprise me for battles and trades, and really play through the game as Satoshi Tajiri like intended to be played, alongside a friend who's playing their own version, and you guys occasionally, like, along your journey, battle and trade and stuff. And it really felt like it was so cool, because neither of us have ever played Pokemon that way before, and that's the way it was like really intended to be played. And it was so nice, it was so fun, a lot of crazy times, good and bad, especially the fucking game corner, holy shit. But it was super awesome. I'm glad I did it. And yeah, man, so that's essentially the most of the stuff that's been going on and what's coming soon. And I just wanted to thank you guys again so very much for all the support. It's been excellent, and I'm having a great time on the channel. I hope you guys are too. Share the channel with people that you think might like it. Check out the channel playlists for lots more great content. And thank you again for 400 subs. Let's get to 500 so I can finally monetize the channel, baby! Yeah! If I can finally start making money off this, that's one step closer to eventually quitting my day job and being able to actually like put all my time into my creative pursuits, like streaming and relocalizing Mother 2 and making music again. I haven't even had time for that in a long time. So, man, everything's feeling real good. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you in another stream very soon, and take care. Thanks again. Bye-bye.